Okay, what up guys? Here we have another voiceover video. Today we're going to be playing against Sakazuki against Black Yellow Luffy. To be honest, I haven't played that much Sakazuki during EB01. Maybe like less than 10 games on the sim. I've been having a lot of fun playing Moria and just other decks, and Sakazuki's like all business, right? So I have been playing some Sakazuki lately just to do some testing for regionals. And in this matchup, I'm just thinking like I need to bottom deck all those damn Sabos to make sure he can't do it. And I need to gear up for that one turn where Black Yellow Luffy is very vulnerable because they can't set up. Luckily for me, I won the dice roll, which really helps in mitigating their infinite Tsukiyomi, aka the looping of Sabos with Morias and the kids to keep the leader at 9k and basically being unkillable for like 3 turns back to back. And so in an effort to do that, I'm just going to work on developing board as much as I can. So I do plan on holding that Borsa that's in my hand, because I'm gonna need these large bodies to be swinging at his life for the turn that he's left unguarded and low, and his hand is very susceptible to milking. As I like to say, you know, we're gonna milk that hand. He gets a lot of searches off in this game, so far as he's already gone through 10 cards in his deck to find what he wants. He swings 6 at me, we just take that one. We're kind of okay for right now. And at 4 Dawn, I'm thinking there's not too much we can really do. We're not going to need the Helm Meppo anytime soon. We could develop the stage to get ready for any kind of removal that we're going to need. And we could just chill. There isn't really much to do. I don't want to waste swords on these little guys, because we're definitely going to need that later. And the TCG comes out, so we could actually do a little searching to find what we need to get ready for the later stages when we're going to swing at him. So right now I can only get stage or Borsa, so we're just going to stack this Sabo up there in case we do end up running into it again. And with this, we're at 3 Dawn, which is really weird, so we might as well just bring out the stage this turn, because when else are we going to do it? We don't have anything else to do with this turn. And he has 3 life, a sizable hand, and I just don't think swinging is the move. So we're just going to keep developing board. If he decides to use the units on board to swing at me, then so be it. We'll be clearing those with my little weenies too. So I believe now he's at 5 Dawn, which I totally anticipated him to play like Luffy, because he did search it, I think. God, I can't remember. I wasn't looking. But he has an ace, so he could play that one of these turns. But so he's it's 4 Dawn. He's now at 4 Dawn. He didn't play anything on the 5. Thought he would have developed some bodies, put the pressure on. I don't know if he was scared to losing them to bottom deck, or he just didn't want to play them out, or he wants to find the pieces he's looking for. I'm not sure. So 4 Dawn. He's thinking about how to use it, and he starts swinging with the bodies, which to me is fine. We'll start throwing some cards. I'm not trying to be at a uncomfortable... Yeah, I figure I could bring that back with Gecko so I don't use it. And then he swings 6. So I counter both. And we'll just stay healthy. You know, that's kind of how we're going to be able to go in on that turn where he's very vulnerable. So clear the body with the little body. And now I'm at 6 Dawn. And there's not much really going on. I'm not going to swing. Get rid of this Suru just to maybe develop more bodies. So I do find the Hina, which is great. Because what I can do is play Rebecca, recover a 2k, then play out the Hina, which is cool. So just get some blocks out. Hopefully he doesn't pop it with a Sabo. The one from the starter deck, and also reduce his life. That would be kind of unfortunate. But essentially we've got the blocker out, and the Hina is just a little taunt minion, right? He can swing into it if he wants, and that's totally fine. But he's developed no body so far. And so at this point he's at 7 Dawn, so the time is ticking, and I'll be at 8 Dawn the next turn. He plays Makino, which gets him down 1 more life, so now he's at 2. He rearranges it, and he knows what's on top. And now I'm a little worried about like kids coming out and then just bodies being spammed, right? So let's see what happens next. I don't actually remember. So he's at 7 Dawn. He only used 1, so he's 6 left. He says swing 6 to leader. I say before this gets popped by some Sabo, I'm gonna do this. Out comes Ace. I did not expect that one because I thought he had searched Luffy. I was talking during when he was doing his first searches, but I was thinking that Luffy was going to come out. But the Ace came out, so now we got to do something about this body, while also developing something. And that's not too hard because we got the Borsalino in hand. All we got to do is reduce and bottom deck it, so that Ace will not see the light of day. And I'm thinking that after that, the following turn, we're probably going to Moria, so I could definitely part ways with one of these Borsalinos since I just drew a duplicate. So that's fine. So what we're going to do right now is just leader ability and hopefully find more answers, this is cool. Now I've got a spare Dawn to spare, so I could definitely play this out. Which also fills up my board, which is great because if you play Moria after the Borsalino gets played, we can push a body off. That way we can bring it back. Like if I don't have a brand new, for example, I can replace a brand new with Moria and then bring back brand new. And here I'm looking for the sword because if he does manage to get some of the 5-cost bodies out, I want it to go away on the following turn. And so I just want more removal for whenever that time comes. And so we just easily Borsalino handled that 5-drop Ace. We're sitting at 2. We got 2 swords in hand. We're really chilling. Don't swing at all. Keep them at the 2 life. We're going to be chilling with our hand right now. And so far, we're getting to the point where he's going to need to, because now he's at 9 Dawn, so he's still at a weird Dawn count. He can't do his leader ability and drop Moria to bring out kids. So his hand is building up. He's seeing a lot of his deck, and I'm getting a little worried that if he just suddenly pops off, we might lose it all. So I really need to set up, get this Moria down and start clearing the board. It looks like he's finding some of the kids that he needs to set up his life so that he can be at a strong attack. So it's harder for me to swing into him, which makes that vulnerable turn that much worse. And so now he's at 8 Dawn, and I'm thinking if he plays something to stack his life, he plays the kids, he can definitely get a nice, comfortable strength with his leader, which therefore makes my, I can't go in on that turn yet. There's always this turn where they're very vulnerable because they're still at 5k, and you could just swing wail into them, drain their cards because they can't be taking all that damage. So here's a Sabo, which is cool with me because I got Sword and I got Moria and I got a Helmeppo in the trash. So we will be removing that, that's for sure. He tosses an Ace in the trash. He already drew 2, so he's tossing him. He tosses a Luffy in the trash. So now I'm worried he has Moria, but there's not much we can really do about it. Just something to consider, that those kids are in the trash ready to go. Instead of swinging 8, he swings 5-5, which I found very interesting, because he could have just swung 8 and got guaranteed damage in. So I decide I'll give him 2 cards. That way I save my life. Easy. I guess the net effect is the same, right? If he swung 8, I could have just countered 9, but I'd be inclined to let it hit if it was 9, because I'm going to handle this Sabo right now. It goes easy clear, 2-2, and up next We got the max done. And all we have to do is Helmeppo reduce. So the 4-drop that we bring out can be anything. And in this case, I'm thinking that the Rebecca is the way to go. I want to replace this TCG, yeah. Effect. We definitely know we're getting Helmeppo, but yeah. So Helmeppo, Rebecca. And we'll replace these two on the board. And I'll play the Rebecca, Helmeppo. Helmeppo reduces a Sabo, brings it down to 2. And then we Rebecca, and we'll get this T-Bone. T-Bone to hand. Don't play out of body, it's fine. That way we have a 2K. And then we sword both of this and a Garp. And they're gone, so that's good. One less Sabo to worry about. After that, he's at 5 life right now, but I don't want to help him get to this like perfect turn. So I toss a Sabo, thinking. I honestly think maybe that was a misplay. Just in case some stuff goes down, I might want to protect the Rebecca with the Sabo effect, and also I can clear my hand, get different options. I think throwing a Sabo might have been a misplay there. Unfortunately, I drew a Hound Blaze, so really I could have threw the sword, but we're okay, we're chilling. I'm really hoping that he doesn't do too much on this turn. He tapped one to search, so now I'm chilling because I know Amoria probably won't be coming out. Amoria plus leader ability is very unlikely. I mean, 100% it's not going to happen, but what I'm saying is he's not going to Amoria and be able to kid, these 2 life cards that he does know, but he hasn't acted on yet. It's very interesting because we know what the cards were. He knows what the cards were. He stacked them earlier. They were definitely not bodies, otherwise he would have been dropping kids and spamming that and getting some nice hits in. So at this point he's swinging with the bodies, and I was just like, okay, I guess this is fine. And how much Dawn does he have left? He has 4, so he's definitely not playing anything to pop the block or anything like that. So I think he attached 5. I think he's swinging 6. Did he attach 5? I think he attached 5. Yeah, so he's swinging 6, so I'd counter with a 2K. And at this point he swings 5. Say a block. I just don't want to like lose it to some BS. Get another 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you swung 5. Either way, I'm pretty sure I stayed healthy here. He didn't play anything this turn, which was crazy. So now we know that this upcoming turn is the turn where we're gonna be going a little crazy with the swings. We've got a nice 8K and 9K on board. We've got the Hound Blaze. So we're sitting very pretty. I actually don't even remember how I went here. I was thinking I don't have a blocker, and if he decided to just go crazy on me the next turn, it could be a little worrisome. So I was actually having this realization, as I'm having right now, that if I do start pushing for milking his hand and making him very uncomfortable, I only have 1 life buffer and I have no more blockers. So I need to acquire more counter. There's just like not that much counter in my hand. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 5K total with 1 life, and if he just suddenly drops like rush units or swings huge at me, it could spell bad news. So just digging here to see if we're gonna find another 2K. I was checking to see how many were left, so we did find a 2K, so that at least upgrades that. So now I've got at least 2 2Ks and 2 1Ks in hand. That's alright. Just clear out these bodies. Kind of doesn't matter because I'm going to Hound Blaze the other one. I'm thinking almost that I didn't need to clear that body. I could just Hound Blaze the Flampe. But I swung at this. And for some reason, I was shocked. He wanted to defend it. I was like... I couldn't tell if he was wanting to defend it or he didn't hear me. So I was like, I'm swinging here, just by the way. And so he was like, yeah, I'm thinking. I was like, what? You're thinking 5-1 of Flampe? Are you gonna like go all in next turn? Like, what's happening? He lets it die. I was like, okay. So this is very interesting. I set up a brand new. I just want to like find as much 2Ks as I can. I don't want to die. And I'm thinking like, is Kuzan the answer? Because like I could set up for the swinging turn next turn, right? He's at 2 life. I don't have to swing at all. But we take the Suru, and now we've got what is this? 8? No, 7 done. How much done do I have? Looks like 7. Swing 9, swing 9, and then we got 6 Dawn left. So we can swing 11 right after this. So I've got 3 2Ks and a 1K in hand. So I'm feeling a little more comfortable than I was earlier. I just wanted to milk his hand, see what he's going to do. And this became very fruitful. He threw 5 1Ks. I was like, God damn. We just got a lot of cards out of this guy's hand. And I'm like, 6 Dawn? I am not swinging again. I'm not helping you out. Because in order to get rid of that, he has nothing on board. He has to play like a Flampe or something to fix that life, right? And so that means he can't get Moria and do leader ability. So he starts with the search. So for sure he can't do it. He has to get rid of that 1 life somehow in order to do anything, right? Or restack it with Hiyori or something to get going and like set up the life and all that stuff. So he finds a rush ace and I'm like kinda nervous, kinda not. I'm thinking if he hard plays the ace, we're kinda chilling. He taps 2 for Hiyori to stack the life, so now he can stack the ace, right? And so incoming, we've got a rush unit. At least 2 7Ks are coming to me somehow in some way, shape, or form. He plays out the Sabo baby, which means he gets this Sabo, draws 2, discards 2, and so now he's got this Sabo, and I'm like, okay, well, I have this Helm Blaze and a Helm Eppo in hand, so I can get rid of that. Now this shocked me. He threw the Enel event in trash. I was like, yo, that's a kind of spicy tech. Yeah, you could bring yourself down to 1 with that thing, and then play Enel. But it, in my opinion, doesn't really fit in the deck, but it's a kind of cool tech. But so now his leader's at 7K, and he activates leader ability. So he stacks 2 lives, and he puts 2 Luffys. I'm like, okay, there's no ace coming down. I thought ace was for sure coming down. So he draws Luffy Kid, boom, bam. His leader's now at 9K, plus a 2 attached on, it's 11. He has no rush, however. And I think in his hand, he has like 3 cards, 2 cards, 1 Dawn left. How many cards does he have? He has 2. It looks like 2. He swings 11. He said 2 cards. Yeah, he's got 2 cards. He didn't want to attach the 1 Dawn. I was really confused. I took it to life. He didn't swing at my units. So now I really do got to push for game, right? He only has a 1 life, which he's not going to get to hand because it's face up. And now I've got a nice board to swing with. And he's at 9. So I'm not really too worried because I can go 9-9. That gets the 2 cards out of his hand, right? And I can do 9. I can do 9 several times. So we go Hound Blaze. We pump here to 8. Okay, sorry. I missed it. I played Helm Eppo, reduced Sabo by 3. So he's at 2. So that we can Hound Blaze and get rid of it. And pump the Hina to 8. And we swing 9. 9 is 9. He has to give up at least one card, right? He only has 2, so... He says, GG, I just have too many swings. Like, I have a 9K and Borsa, so... It's all good. Alright, well, GG's, and we'll see you guys in the next one.